wolnez came to the Safeway and he went intact, so heading the other way to avoid him. Can't move very fast, but I am in a shit ton of pain. I'm stopped on my car, get my chargers, and hopefully he leaves me the fuck alone. Now he rode by me on his bike. He's tried to be a little more slick about his bullshit. So he didn't say nothing while I was standing next to somebody with a Safeway hat on. But is that really what should be necessary? I don't think so. The cops here are useless. They don't give a shit about human beings. That's for goddamn sure. Maybe if you have money, they might pretend. Now, as far as the guy who's gonna see me today, he apparently probably won't be able to because of the weather. Tillamook is currently an island, I guess. So Safeway has been super busy. Let's find all my chargers and stuff. There we go. Well, somebody was shouting off in the distance about something. Well, whoever it is, they don't appear to be messing with me. I'm gonna head into the library and try to get some more charge on my phones and avoid wolnez. So it's just hurrying up and waiting and wasting fucking battery for no damn reason. It makes no fucking sense. If I had help turning in wolnez, he'd be in deep shit every time he got within 50 feet of me. But the thing is, I have zero help with that. Zero help with that. None. People want to set up appointments for fucking weeks later. Yeah, sure, you're going to help. No, you're going to get sick. Or there's going to be a fire. Or there'll be a flood. Somebody will die. One of your kids will get sick. Or you end up with court of your own. Yeah, shit always comes up when you postpone it till tomorrow, and that's what everybody does. None of them get around to the actual listening part. Instead, they get rushed, right? They're in a hurry, so they want you. Matter of fact, they will demand that you jump through a bunch of fucking hoops. Meanwhile, they're not going to jump through those hoops with you. They're going to set up appointments again for 2 weeks away. And then somebody else will die. Or somebody else will get sick. Or the car will break down. Or now you're going through a nasty divorce, huh? Got another funeral to go to. Or you got to go serve some time in jail or prison. Life happens, doesn't it? When all I needed was for people to fucking speak up with me, they didn't even try. It's 3 o'clock, so I can go in and try to charge my stuff up for 3 hours. Not that it does any good. I wasted another fucking day believing that somebody was going to help. Believing they were going to make the time instead of just brushing me off till the next day like they did yesterday. It hurts. It sucks. Because every day I'm taking excuses while I'm taking abuse. It's horrible. So then when people have postponed long enough, and someone has postponed for 3 weeks or 3 months or several years, they pretend like I have no reason, no excuse to be angry. People wanted their names kept secret. They were going to come forward. They were going to come forward. They promised. They promised. They promised. Well, they didn't keep their fucking word. None of them kept their word. Without a friend or family member helping me to turn this in, I will get fucking talked over by the goddamn cops or anybody else that I fucking go to. They will blow me off just like you do. And then you want to set me up for an appointment. An appointment that ain't going to do any fucking good because you have no clue what's going on. Because you haven't spent any time finding out what's going on. You're busy postponing when it comes time to actually finding out what's going on. Then when you finally do make time, it's fucking 6 weeks after it does no fucking good because you didn't fucking care to begin with. One of the gentlemen that was going to help me, he got into a little bit of trouble because he was using somebody else's car and didn't have it home on time. It makes things difficult. These aren't rich people. We're all trying to not be an imposition on one another. But the thing is, this is what makes the problem to begin with. Is that nobody helps turn it in, and then 6 months later, they're like, well, I don't understand why you still need to turn it in. Because I need to be able to safely turn in my fucking abusers, or it is not fucking safe. If I have to beg you to make time, that doesn't show that you care, it shows that you don't. Nobody should have to beg for help stopping abuse. But when somebody is called mentally ill, they can't stop the abuse themselves. Nobody's going to fucking let them. Nobody's going to let them have the resources to do so. Nobody's going to allow them to see their fucking social network. They're not going to be allowed to see their friends and family. They're not going to be allowed to have the evidence. Their guilt is going to be fucking assumed, and they're going to be railroaded over and over again because you don't fucking care. The first thing that shows somebody doesn't care is the words, I'm sorry. Because that means that the most you're going to do to help is give them a fucking sandwich. Sandwiches don't stop abuse. I got lucky. My abusers did so openly, publicly, and on paper. The problem is getting people to actually fucking look at it. Hey, this is what I'm going through. Instead of giving me a 30-minute speech about how you can't really understand what anybody's going through until you go through it. Well, yeah, that's summed up in just that few words. It doesn't take 30 minutes. Now, finding out what I am going through, if I have to listen to 30 minutes of memes, we're not getting anything done. Battle of Midway, anyone? And what do? I just waste my phone every day. I don't have any fucking help. I got plenty of fucking sandwiches. Why don't we take an inventory of what fucking needs done? Can we start off with that? No, because nobody shows up for that. Nobody wants to write it down, so I have to. I don't mind writing it down. Except it fucking hurts. And you're not gonna read it. What's the fucking point? There is literally no reason to make a fucking effort. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of taking abuse just because people don't take the time to understand. Hey, I'm being fucking abused. That means assaulted. That means people are breaking my property. That means they're harassing me on the fucking internet. Yeah. When I say stalkers, people actually do stalk me. certain people I had to stay with. That I had to pretend everything is all fine and dandy there. Well, it wasn't fine and dandy anywhere. There was a bunch of fucked up situations where people were as loud as they could possibly fucking be. People getting fucked up on drugs and alcohol. And these are the people that I am forced to rely on because the police didn't want to do their jobs, neither did anybody else who gets a government fucking paycheck. Fuck all of you. Ain't no good people left in the world. I'm it. You pretend that I'm a horrible person because I fucking curse? Well, Jesus fucking Christ. You're not the ones taking the abuse. You goddamn right you'd fucking curse if you were going through it. And then I get to hear about the Jesus. The Jesus. Well, the Jesus ain't doing shit for any of us. You'll ignore the worst crimes of humanity because you think ignoring them will get you into heaven? How fucking revolting. What a disgusting concept. People got lots of ideas and they volunteer to do lots of shit that they never follow through with. Oh, well, I'll get to it eventually. No, you won't. You won't get to it eventually. You'll just bullshit me. Any excuse is a good excuse, right? This is where if they actually cared, they would take the time to actually listen instead of all this hoop jumping and me having to hurry up and wait for 2 or 3 weeks at a fucking. They go, we'll talk about it tomorrow. No, you won't. You'll be busy tomorrow. You'll be busy the next day. You'll be busy the day after that. You will always be busy. As a result, I don't believe anyone who tells me that they're going to help me. Before I am heard, you have to speak up. And it's horrible because none of you care. None of you care enough to even listen well enough to find out what's going on. You show the same disrespect as everyone else. I'm not worth hearing. You say that you care, but you do not hear. How can you help me if you won't even hear me? Well, no help there. The cardboard is bad already. Maybe this one will work.